Hey guys, Maik Wiedenbach here. It's a lovely Saturday and I'm doing a video on what to do with a bad shoulder, how you can still train. If your shoulder is bad, and I don't mean torn, but aches, that's probably because you look like this. Because you overdeveloped here, your bro bench. So, we shall correct this. First things first, pull aparts, every workout. Pulling the band apart, 3x10. It would be advisable also just to do a little bit of rotator cuff work, just some simple rotations, outward as well as inward. Mind you, do not use the dumbbell like this, it's just stupid. Dumbbell pulls down, you need to go like this. So then, that should be your go-to every workout. From here on, I think I invented this, reverse shrugs. So you just go like this, which means you work in your lower traps. Why? Because most people are overdeveloped here, but the traps run all the way down here. Excuse this type of physique. I never understood this whole shrugging thing, where you want to look like a fridge, but everybody's different. Next, I shall call it prehab exercise, is the uncrossover. From here to here, open the shoulders up. That's also a must for every workout, total must. And then of course you have the classics, not to be forgotten. Face pulls and J pulls. So the J pull looks like a J from the side. You get the idea. Then, in general, you must do more pulling than pushing. So for every set of pressing, flies, whatever, you got to do 3 sets of rows, pull downs, etc. So with the seated row, you can play it like, sit very upright, pull the bar apart, get a nice good feel for that, working more on the inner back, and then as you fatigue you can pull them straight back, working more on the lats, and then even add some baby reps at midpoint for some more activation. So that's one. Then, me, I'm liking my cobras, so they can be done starting out very straight, palms forward, and then you would be falling back into a position where you bring the hands toward you. Lat pull down, yep, it's a lot of pulling, but let me tell you, pulling beats rehab. Grip about here and drive to the chest. It's like so. And then, if you have it, the 2-handle pull down is fantastic. It can also be just simply like sort of like a hammer strength or so. The key is to do this, to get tension and bring it down. So that you should train your back 3 times a week until things get better. That means you train your chest less. Yeah, you got that right. So, what can you do for the chest? If your shoulder is iffy, I go easy on dips, bench, etc. So work more with flies, right? So what could be done is a simple stiff arm, get a good squeeze in. If you're more adventurous, you get maybe 5 stiff, push flies, and then presses from here on. Or you could also walk it out, get 4 flies, and then take another step, come down, and get a couple pulses. Or you play around in a way where from the side you're standing very upright, you get 5 straight flies, then you push out the sternum a little bit to work a little bit more on the lower, and then you're coming just about here. If you feel like you need some sort of pressing, I would recommend wide grip push-ups because they are more gentle on the shoulder. If you feel like you need to do dumbbells or barbells, remember, locking out and overstretching kills the shoulder. So from here to here, you're fine. This, no bueno. This, good. Then, should you give up everything for the shoulder? No. For instance, a very, very light overhead press, something like this, where you go not from down here, also not up till here, but just the mid-range, think like 20 reps, really light. That will actually help greatly with blood flow. Side raises, yeah, can be done. Just avoid the position up here where you pinch the ligament. So you go from here to here. Lastly, rear delt flies. Not this. Lock the tries, turn, come up till here, come back down. Cliff notes. You're hurting because you're hunched. You gotta get back. To do that, 3 times as much pulling as pressing. Avoid heavy presses, don't lock out, create balance. You'll be fabulous. Maik out.